Da-da-da-da-da. What's good, guys? Matt here, Country Song Teacher. I hope you're doing well. God's doing big things in your life. Before I start, let me just say a big thank you to everyone that's purchased my Prime Country Songbook Volume 2. I released that last week, and some of y'all purchased it. So God bless you. Thank you so much. You'll never know what that means for me. You all supporting the channel, and I hope you get a lot of good jamming time out of it. Today I'm going to go over 3 most common mistakes that I see, particularly I teach people guitar lessons in person. 3 most common mistakes I see beginners make, and kind of like what my response would be to them, like I said, particularly if I'm seeing someone in person. The first one is your fingers, when you're learning chords, you hit strings you're not supposed to hit. So if we're talking about a G chord, it's supposed to be the 2 bottom lock to the 3rd fret, the 5th string, 2nd fret, top string, 3rd fret. Let's strum all 6, where if you pick down, it should sound really clear all the way through. Beginner sounds like this. Some of y'all are like, that's exactly, Matt, how my G chord sounds. So a couple things I would say to do, first of all, is you might have to adjust your hand. The first thing is make sure your fingers are as close to these fret bars as possible. If you're way over here, it's not going to sound as clear as if you're not on the fret bar, but really close to it. So you want, on the 3rd fret, close to the fret bar, on the 5th string, 2nd fret, close to the fret bar, and then these 2 middle ones right here. So it's going to get a clearer sound if you are closer to the fret bar. You might also have to adjust your hand out some. See, you're not, particularly at first, you're not going to get super clear sounding chords just because you're just starting out and your fingers aren't calloused and your hand, eye coordination, all that stuff's not down yet. That's okay. Just fight through it there. But have your fingers as close to the fret bar as possible. And then also you might have to adjust angled left and right and in and out until you get that clear sound. And as you can obviously a G chord. I was rolling down a road trying to loosen my load, like I said. Anyway, so obviously a G chord you strum all 6, but when you're learning chords, practice picking down each string so you can see it. When you find out you're getting a clear, a muffled sound, you can adjust your hand until you get that clear sound. The last little thing too I would say is maybe, particularly for kids, I say this all the time, is it's a little harder when you're down here. Maybe capo, put this capo. All that does is change the key of the song. Each fret you put the capo on, it just raises the song a half a key. Have a step. So maybe put the capo on the 4th fret or whatever, and what that you see, obviously that shortens your guitar. So then, now the 1st fret is right here, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and so forth. So then, maybe you can see what you're doing more, get a little better feel. You can notice the frets are farther apart down here, and they get closer as you come up the neck. So maybe it might help you, particularly if you have a little smaller fingers, or you're just starting out, if you put that capo on there and do most of your lessons with the capo on the 4th or 5th to bring that guitar in a little closer. I've even seen a lot of people, when I was first learning, I always made sure I had a very thin guitar so I could see over it easy. Because a lot of times when I'm teaching people in person, they'll even like lean it back, which is fine at first, but you need to make sure, if you lean it back too far, your hands can't adjust. So tilt it back a little bit so you can see. And then just work on those chord changes and pick down each string. Name that tune. You are my fire, my one desire, believe when I say that I want it. Matt, is a pop song teacher instead of country song teacher. So step 1 is, I always say the chord's going to sound rough. Adjust your hands in and out in your fingers to get the chord sound clear. The second thing I see people do, a mistake I see people often do, is they try to get too advanced too fast with the strumming. So you see, they're just going down, up like a madman. chords sound so muffled, all ran together, you don't know if it's a G, an E minor, or a C, or what. So what I would say I always say strumming is like a drummer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just do down strums and make sure A, you're hitting the right amount of strings for that chord. So for a G, it's all 6, the C, the bottom 5, E minor, all 6, D, bottom 4. You're really working on that, making sure you're hitting the right amount of strings. And then also, like I said, before you do any up strums, really listen for that timing. Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. I was doing alright, but you sure sat and my heart storming. Moving high to the stars, we shine, rain was arriving, and so forth. So, excuse me, make sure you're just doing those down strums, because strumming's all about timing. I go over that in my DVD, and then 80% of my videos, strumming's all about timing. Just do those down strums. You'll get where you can... all that fancy stuff, string stops, palm mutes, all that kind of stuff. But start out just doing the down strums. So the second thing, don't get too fast, too fancy, too fast with your strumming. The third and final thing, don't try to learn so many songs. Find you 1, 2, 3, 4 songs that you know the order, you know what chords, the order of the chords, the beats per chord, and just work over and over. Maybe it's, baby, you a song that makes me want to roll my windows down. Cruise, that's just G, D, E minor, C, the whole song. I first saw you bikini top, popping right out of South Georgia water. Thought, oh, dear Lord, she had them long tan legs. Feel myself, so I walked up and said, baby, you a song that makes me want to roll my windows down. Cruise, and so forth. Maybe Luke Combs songs are so much about like C to G, E minor, D. She got the best of me. She broke my heart, now all's left of me is beating in this guitar. Then you hold in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. I was doing alright, but just your side at my heart storm, and so forth. So C, G, E minor, and D. Like I said, those 4 chords, obviously you can play thousands and thousands of songs. That's what I'm known for. If you're new to my lessons, most of my songs use those 4 chords, G, C, E minor, and D. So make sure you learn those. A lot of times people will write me on Matt, I learn those chords different than you teach them. That's fine. If you know the actual way, there's a G, there's the C, there's a D, there's the E minor, that's fine. The reason I teach them by locking the 2 bottom strings, the transition is very simple. See how easy, a little movement by keeping those bottom 2 locked. G, just slide them down. C, slide them over. E minor, slide it down. Then you hold it with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning, and so forth. So, guys, work on those 3 things. Get your chords clear. Get your strumming patterns down. And find you 1 or 2 songs that you enjoy. I even recommend type in Matt McCoy first song. In the YouTube search bar, type in Matt McCoy or Country Song Teacher, first song. And I've got probably, 15, 20 videos, great songs to begin with. So if you're struggling, thinking about what should I start with, type in Matt McCoy, first song. And you'll see like I'm gonna be somebody. Or maybe, rock me, mama, like a wagon. Rock me, mama, like a wagon. Whatever. So be sure, guys, to check out my website, CountrySongTeacher.com. All one word. All this stuff's in the. All my links are in the description below. CountrySongTeacher.com. I got beginner DVDs for piano and guitar, strumming DVDs, songbooks, all that kind of good stuff to get you jamming the guitar like I know you want to do. This is an awesome instrument. I love how you can just take it around campfires, church, small groups, mission trips, whatever. Just have a good old time. So make sure you learn this little bit. All right, guys, smash that like button for the good old YouTube algorithm. And we'll keep jamming along. Subscribe if you haven't. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers. I can't say thanks enough. God bless you.